Good morning. I'd like to welcome everybody to the March 23rd, 2016. It's not March 23rd, is it? March 30th, 2016 Board of Public Works meeting. This particular time will entertain a motion for the approval of the minutes from the March 23rd, 2016 meeting.
I make that motion.
I second.
Any further discussion or comment? All in favor then answer by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. All opposed? They've been approved. Next, we have the Register of Claims.
Good morning, Audrey Jones, City Controller. I have
Morning.
3 regular Board of Works claims for the week. The first one are your civil claims. They total $310,992.89. The next,
Can you repeat that amount? for me?
yes, $310,929.89.
Okay. I thought you said $92.89.
Okay, and then we have our health insurance claims, which is Canarex for $7,019.30. And then lastly, I have my community development claims for the week, which is $10,005.90. There was nothing unusual within these 3 sets of claims.
Anybody here that has any questions or comments regarding the Register of Claims? Then I'll entertain a motion to approve the Register of Claims as presented.
I'll make that motion.
I will second.
Any further discussion or comment? All in favor then answer by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. All opposed? They've been approved.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next, we have the opening of bids for the new animal shelter. How many do we have total?
It's like 3.
3 total? First one is from Atlan Construction Incorporated, 303 Hoyt Avenue, Muncie, Indiana, 47302. The total amount is $249,970. Second is from S.A. Boys Corporation, 209 West Ontario Drive, Muncie, Indiana, 47303. And it is for $269,500. And the third is from J.G. Case Construction Incorporated, 171 East Streeter Avenue, Muncie, Indiana, 47303. And it's $302,000.
At this time, I'd just like to take the bids under advisement.
I'll entertain in a motion to take the bids under advisement and give, do you just want a week, or is that'll give you enough time to think about it?
Week's fine.
Okay. I'll entertain a motion then to take these bids under advisement for a week and give the individuals an opportunity to review each one of them and see which one's most appropriate.
I'll make that motion.
I will second. Any discussion or comment? All in favor, then answer by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. All opposed? It's taken under advisement until next week. There you go. Next, we have open bids for Walnut Street. Says number 4 bids.
Good morning, David Heilman, Fireland Resources.
Good morning.
Received one bid.
Okay.
So you just read just the base and then the alternate.
Looks like we have one bid for the Walnut Street Phase 4. And it is from Pride and Mark Construction of 421 South Walnut Street, Muncie, Indiana, 47305. Did you indicate that there's going to be, you'd indicated read the base bid and then one alternate? Is that
There
correct?
are multiple alternates, if you could just read those totals as well. No, you don't have to read every line item. In fact, I would recommend you don't.
Well, I can't find the alternate bids. See if you can help me out with that.
This is the base, and
Okay.
then all these numbers. Yeah,
All right. So there'll just be,
they're styling.
just on that page, okay.
Yep.
Thank you. All right, we have a base bid of $1,839,510.33. We have alternate number 1, he has it described as a roundabout for $78,800.68. Alternate number 2, Weiser Parkside for $25,452.20. Alternate number 3, Franklin Street Signal Modifications, $97,189.30. Alternate number 4, looks like lights along Cannon Commons, $62,209.48. And that's the only bid that we've received. I'm assuming you'd like to take these under advisement
Yes, that is correct.
and give you an opportunity to review them?
Mhm.
Okay. Then I'll entertain a motion to take these bids under advisement and table them until next week, give them an opportunity to review.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
Any further discussion or comment?
I'm sorry, what was the base again?
$1,839,510.33.
Thank you.
Let me check that amount to make sure that's the amount that's written on the front of it. But yes, that's it. Anybody else have any questions or comments? All in favor, then answer by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? And tabled. Thank you.
Thank you.
Next, we have Kay Piner with the Home Program Coordinator. Through Community Development with contract with Pathstone for $40,000 for down payment assistance.
Hi, good morning. Kay Piner, Community Development Home Program Coordinator. This contract is for Pathstone, is for down payment assistance. It provides down payment assistance and/or closing costs up to $5,000 per client.
Okay. And the total amount is for $40,000, is that correct?
It is.
Okay. Do we have anybody here who has any questions or comments then regarding the request? Then I'll entertain a motion to approve the request as presented.
I'll make that motion.
I second.
Any further discussion or comment? All in favor then, answer by saying aye. Aye. All opposed? It's been approved. Next, we have Kay Piner with Home Program Coordinator, Community Development, presenting a contract with Muncie Home Ownership and Revitalization for $50,000 for down payment assistance.
Yes, same thing, down payment assistance and/or closing cost up to $5,000 per client.
Okay. For a total of 50, is that correct?
Yes.
All right. Is there anybody here that has any questions or comments regarding the request? Then I'll entertain a motion to approve the request as presented.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Any further discussion or comment? All in favor then, answer by saying aye. Aye. All opposed? It's been approved. And we have Kay Piner again with a contract for Pathstone for $9,343.40 for Chodo administrative fees.
Yes, Pathstone is one of my CHODOs. CHODO stands for Community Housing Development Organization. And we are allowed to give them some administrative fees when they do a CHODO project, and they are rehabbing a project at 1109 West Kilgore.
Okay. And the total amount on that on the agenda is $9,343.41, but on the contract, it's $9,343.42. There's a penny off. Do you know which one's, I'm assuming the 42 cents is the correct one?
The
in
42
contract?
cents, yes.
Okay. Do you have anybody here that has any questions or comments regarding the request? Then I'll entertain a motion to approve the request as presented.
Move we approve.
I second.
Any further discussion or comment? All in favor then, answer by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? And approved.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next, we have Sarah Beach, Personnel Director for the City of Muncie, presenting agreement for services between the City of Muncie and Brianna Paxson.
Good morning. I'm bringing a contract before you for project employment. I've got two of them actually here, but the one with Brianna Paxton is for her to come in and work for basically 20 hours a week to work on different duties that we have associated with the Unsafe Building Hearing Authority, and duties basically associated with that. We have a ongoing thing where we have open positions. We evaluate job duties within the city, and at this point we feel that the job duties would be better served in the building commissioner's office, because that is the enforcement authority for the UBHA, and we will be getting a job description together, and this will eventually become a full-time position within the city. But until that is completed, we need someone to do the work that is qualified to do the work.
All right.
What is it exactly is their duties to do that?
What exactly are her duties for the UBHA?
Yeah.
Right now, it is she's going to be doing a lot of cleanup work that is associated with it, getting things a lot more organized within the program. She'll be noticing homeowners, tracking properties, recording, keeping minutes and stuff like that for the unsafe hearing authority. So.
Is there anybody else that has any questions or comments then regarding the request? Then I'll entertain a motion to approve the request as presented.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second. Any further discussion or comment? All in favor then answer by saying aye. Aye. All opposed? It's been approved.
Great.
Next, we have Sarah Beach, the Personnel Director for City of Muncie, with agreement of services between City of Muncie and Muncie Redevelopment Commission and Zane Bishop.
Yes. This position is the person that actually administers the hardest hit fund. And the position has become open because the person that is currently doing that position will be taking another position. So we have this position open, and this is for a contract of basically $28,000 a year plus $2,000 in administrative costs for nothing. It will not exceed $30,000 a year. It does need to go before the MRC, but they don't meet until next Thursday on that.
All right. And basically, there's no change in the contract. It's just different individuals
Yes.
going to be doing the work.
The position has become open again. So.
Okay. Is there anybody here that has any questions or comments in regarding the request? Then I'll entertain a motion to approve the request as presented.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
Any further discussion or comment? All in favor then answer by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. All opposed? It's been approved.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Do I need to bring these up to you to sign, or will you?
Yeah, we can go ahead and take those now. Thank you. Next, we have a procession application from Steve Tomboni from American Multisports.
Morning.
Morning.
My application is for April 30th on Ball State's campus. We start and finish the Indiana Spring Sprint Triathlon 11 o'clock in the morning on that Saturday. And this request is just for approximately 2 hours on the bike course for the triathlon. The swim is at Llewellyn, indoors, of course, because it's a little chilly in April to be out of Prairie Creek. And then they bike through campus, which is McKinley, all the way up to Bethel, and then Bethel to New York, take another right and go down Riverside, and then take a right again and use McKinley. That is just the inside lane, and it's just a lane restriction. We're not asking for anything closed. This is the 4th year we've used this course with the support of the Ball State Police Department and Officer Bell. And we cone 2 of those 4 roads. We cone that lane on the inside on Bethel and on Riverside. And at this point, we've had nobody even bounce off the pavement, so no accidents in the years we've done this. And the race will be about the same size, about 300 people. And then the run stays inside campus, so nobody runs on the roads. We stay on the sidewalks and go through campus.
Okay. And you've had contact with the Muncie Police Chief, the Muncie Fire Chief, and the Ball State Campus Police Chief, and all 3 of those individuals have signed off?
Yes.
Is that correct?
Yes.
And as you indicated, no major issues in the past?
So far, so good.
Okay. And as you indicated, April 30th, 2016, from 11 a.m. for approximately, well, it says till 3 p.m. here for 4 hours. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's the bike course, or the run course extension. But everybody will be off the road by probably, I don't think we've had anybody on there by 1.
Okay. Is there anybody here that has any questions or comments then regarding the request? Then I'll entertain a motion to approve the request as presented.
I move we approve.
I second.
Any further discussion or comment? All in favor then answer by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. All opposed?
Thank you very much.
Approved. Thank you. Next, we have a request for noise exemption from Aaron Atkins at Ball State University.
Good morning, I'm Erin Adkins.
Good morning. Can you please tell us a little bit about the event?
So, the Ball State University's Asian American Student Association is having their week of events, and we are having a street festival on April 8th from 5 to 7 for Ball State students and Muncie community. So we will have a DJ playing some games and having students enjoy that. It'll be from 5 to 7.
This indicates, where is the event going to be? At 2000 West University?
Yes, it's going to be on University Green, and it has been approved by Charlie Schofield.
Okay. And have you had this event in the past?
This is the first time.
Okay. If you have anybody here that has any questions or comments then regarding the request for noise exemption for April the 8th, 2016, from, looks like 5 PM to around 7 PM? Then I'll entertain a motion to approve the request as presented.
Move we approve.
I second.
Any further discussion or comment? All in favor then answer by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. All opposed? Been approved.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. Next, we have a request for noise exemption from Brandon Jones. Brandon Jones here. Yeah, what we'll do at this particular time, I guess, is just wait. Normally we require individuals to be here to at least speak about the event, so maybe we'll give them a couple more minutes to get here. Next, we have the acceptance of a plat for Nebo Commons, Section 1.
Morning, Dick Weigel with HWC Engineering.
Morning.
And then Marta Moody also with Plan Commission is here as well. The developer for Nebo Commons has requested the final acceptance of their final plat on that subdivision. And then also with that, tied to that is the development agreement that sets out some conditions for some remaining work items that need to be completed. So they brought that before us between the city and MARTA, et cetera. We reviewed that. Basically, it's ready to go, except for there's 3 items that still remain. One is that as part of the development agreement, there's a separate surety letter that goes with that, and we don't have a copy of that yet. But that's the primary document, and that fills in a blank in the development agreement that's been reviewed previously and gone through. So that is something that they just don't have a copy of for us yet. The second item is the maintenance bond. We want to make sure that it's updated currently starting, so it shows starting now. So those are items that are really related to the acceptance of the plat and that development agreement.
Okay.
The Duke has reviewed the street, was there when it was constructed, and he was good with all that work that's been done. The other issue that is still outstanding is kind of a separate entity, I guess, but we want to make sure that's taken into account before it gets a final platted and recorded, is the sanitary district wants to make sure that the storm sewer is televised yet, and that hasn't been completed. So what we were thinking is that they expect having the development agreement surety letter, and then also the updated maintenance bond together here yet, maybe this week or potentially early next week, that then the board could maybe act on it and accept that plat and the first phase of that construction at the next meeting. And then that would be signed and presented for MARTA. She's then the final keeper of the documents until it's final signed. She has basically the last person to sign the plat. And then she has her checklist, and one of those items is making sure that the sanitary district is okay with the storm sewers before she signs it and gets it recorded. Is there anything else that I missed, Marta?
No, that pretty much covers it, unless you've got any questions. This is like the normal process. It's just, it's taken a long time to get everything done on the part of the developer. But I think that everything is in place, and as Dick said, it's the normal process for the Board of Works to take action on accepting the public improvements, and the development agreement covers those improvements that have not yet been completed. And then after that is done, and all of the other things that are in the original findings of fact that were put together by the Plan Commission, once all of those are done, because there's a couple of items that need to be covered in the plat restrictions, and I haven't checked yet to see if that's been done. Once all of those things are done, then I can sign the plat as being finally approved in terms of everything being done that was required to be done by the Plan Commission.
Okay.
But I think, so next week, I think, I won't be here, but it may be that next week that we need to have the board then take action on the plat and the development agreement, assuming those couple items are in.
Okay. So as far as what we're doing today is more informational, and just make sure we have this on the record, that everything, it has been completed with regard to the acceptance of the plat and the development agreement, except for the surety bond agreement, the maintenance bond, making sure that it's starting now, and then the sanitary district doing
Right.
what they need to do.
Right.
Okay.
And Dick won't be able to be here next week, neither will I, but Jason Miller will be here representing the developers.
Okay.
So,
So do you want us?
And I'll get with either Aaron or Duke or somebody to share the information that, make sure that we're okay with all that then.
Okay. So the final approval of these two items, number 11 and 12 on the agenda, do you want us to put that on the agenda for next week, or did you say 2 weeks? Is it?
They're hoping they have it all next week, so I would say it's on there next week.
Okay.
And if the documents don't come in, then it would be pushed
Yeah.
back a week.
the only thing I'd mention is I would approve the development agreement first and then approve the
Okay.
plat.
Okay. All right, so what we will do then, I guess, is table the acceptance of the plat for Nebo Commons and the development agreement for Nebo Commons, and following the recommendations, put the development agreement before the acceptance of the plat. So I'd entertain a motion to table those until next week.
I move we table those.
I'll second.
Any further discussion or comment? All in favor then answer by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. All opposed? Okay, we table till next
Thank you.
week. Thank you. Now, that ends the items on the agenda. Is there a Brandon Jones here for noise exemption? It's set for April 15th, so I'm assuming Brandon has time to get here for next week. So I think what we'll do is just put that on the agenda for next week. That ends the items on the agenda today. Is there anybody here that would like to address the Board of Works? Good morning.
Good morning. I'm Pam Price. I'm the Executive Director for ECI Regional Planning District. And I'd spoken with the mayor on Monday, and I thought that this was going to be on your agenda. Clearly, it didn't make it, but I thought I would bring this up to you and let you know what we're looking for, and if you need a week to review it, that's fine. We are, the East Central Indiana Regional Planning District is a 4-county region. We cover Delaware, Henry, Jay, and Grant counties, and we prepare what's called the Comprehensive Economic Development Strategy, or CEDS plan, for the 4 counties. That's something that's required by the Economic Development Administration before they will fund any projects, any infrastructure projects. And currently, we have 2 grants before EDA. One of them is for updating the CEDS plan for the 4 counties, which we've been doing since 2009. And the other is for a transloading facility for the rail spur out at Park 1. And we currently have a company in the city of Muncie that's very anxious to use that transloading facility. We have a new EDA officer that is requiring our funders to adopt this resolution in order to fund us. And this is the same funding that we've gotten from the mayor's edit funds since 2009, I believe. And there hasn't been any increase it's a per capita, 30 cents per capita. But as I mentioned, they're looking for us to have this resolution adopted. And I can tell you that for the investment that has been made through the city of Muncie, we've spent about $500,000 in assessments for EPA assessments within the city of Muncie. And we've worked on another number of other projects, the Investing in Manufacturing Communities Partnership Plan that we did with Muncie, Anderson, and Newcastle a couple of years ago.
Okay. And the amount is $21,094.80. Is that
Correct.
correct? You've indicated that has not changed over since
2009.
2009?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Is there anybody here that has any questions or comments then regarding the request? Then I'll entertain a motion to approve the request as presented.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Any further discussion or comment? All in favor then answer by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. All opposed? It's been approved.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Okay, thank you. Can you please state your name and then tell us a little bit about the event?
Hi, I'm Haley Rifle. I'm the development coordinator for Camp Kesem on campus. It's a student organization. Camp Kesem is a summer camp for kids whose parents have or have had cancer. It's the first time for Ball State to have a chapter for Camp Kesem. The event is a 5K on April 16th from 7 a.m. to 1 p.m. And we will be on La Follette Field.
And I'm assuming you have permission from Ball State University to be there.
Yeah, we do have approval from UPD and then also from Charlie Schofield.
Okay. And as I think you indicated this is for a noise exemption, is that correct?
Right, yeah, that we will have a DJ playing at the event. He'll probably start playing around 8:30.
And as you indicated, I think you stated it was for April 16th,
Yes, sir.
2016? Okay. Is there anybody here that has any questions or comments regarding the request? Then I'll entertain a motion to approve the request as presented.
Move we approve.
I'll second.
Any further discussion or comment? All in favor then answer by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. All opposed? It's been approved.
Thank you.
Thank you. Is there anybody else who would like to address the Board of Works? Then I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
I move we adjourn.
I'll second.
Any discussion or comment? All in favor then answer by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. All opposed? We're in adjournment. Thank you.